It's a pleasure to be here and to be welcoming this roundtable to our new office. This is the first roundtable that we've had here. So to have Gail and the NICaN partners and all of you in the room is really special for us. Firstly, though, I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations, and Auntie Di Kerr will give a welcome shortly. I'm a Jugan man and a member of the Yaru peoples of Western Australia, so my traditional lands are in Broome. So it's wonderful to be here on Wurundjeri country, and I look forward to learning much more about this country, Auntie Di. This space is new for the Institute. The Lowitja Institute, as many of you will know, hosts the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Health CRC, and we've got now another 5 years of funding to do some important work that is a continuation of the previous CRCs. So our model is to clearly work with health researchers, policy makers, Aboriginal people, Aboriginal communities, organisations, ultimately to deliver the best outcomes, the benefits for our people. So this agenda really excites me, and I've spent a little bit of time over the last month just talking to a wide range of audiences through mainstream radio as well as our own Aboriginal media networks to say that the Lowitja Institute for me is more than a research institute. Research is fundamental, but ultimately it'll be about how this institute contributes to the changing discourse in this country. And having Aboriginal people, this is an Aboriginal organisation, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander, owned, led, governed, and Indigenous institutions are so critical to the enterprise ahead. Jeffer Greenaway is the only Aboriginal architect. He's a Waiwan Gamilaroi man, resident here in Melbourne. Jeffer designed this space, and we can walk those who are interested through the space at lunchtime if you'd like. So the only Aboriginal architect in Victoria, and I guess this not only connects with the importance of thinking and the heart stuff, but the importance of our people in the professions. Prior to joining AIDA, I spent 9 years as the CEO of the Indigenous Doctors Association, so I've got a bit of an understanding of how important it is for our people to be in the workforce, but all people really, to be working on an Aboriginal development and improvement agenda. I want to acknowledge firstly the survivors of breast cancer in the room today. Really important. I think that's going to be a very important voice to hear in proceedings today. I acknowledge former Governor-General Dame Quentin Bryce, who we just reconnected. I think it might have been about 6 or 7 years ago that the Indigenous Doctors Association was hosted by the Governor-General, and that was an amazing thing for a lot of our board who never thought that they'd get to be in an audience with the Governor-General. So it's wonderful to see you again today. The NICaN partners, of which Lowitja Institute is one, but Menzies, the Cancer Council of Australia, and the Health Infonet, all of whom have representatives here today. The Breast Cancer Foundation, Carol Renouf, who I've just met, who are funding this thing. These things don't just happen out of thin air, so it's important to recognise those who've provided financial support, as well as all of you who are here today with your intellect and heart around these things. And certainly by no means least or last, but Jill Gallagher, who's the CEO, I've just promoted you, Jill, the CEO of VATCHO, the Victorian Aboriginal Community Controlled Health Organisation, the peak organisation for our Aboriginal cooperatives here in this state. So all the best for your deliberations. I'm looking forward to participating in some of this, but I'll have to duck away for other things. But I think this is just such a critical piece of work, and welcome to the Lowitja Institute.